Her son was sick, and she had no money left to save him. So this woman made a choice no mother should ever have to make. A story of survival, Wrangel Island, 1921. She left her son behind and sailed into the frozen Arctic. She traveled with 4 strangers who doubted she'd make it. They told her plainly, she would never survive without them. 6 months later, she was the only one who walked out alive. It was September 1921, on Wrangel Island in the Russian Arctic. The plan was simple: claim the island, survive 1 year, get paid. For the first year, everything seemed to be going according to plan. Food was plentiful, and spirits among the team remained genuinely high. Even the ship's cat, Victoria, quickly became part of daily camp life. Ada had only been hired to sew, nothing more than that. She kept to herself, sewing clothes to earn her place there. Every single day, she counted down until she could return home. None of them truly understood how isolated they really were. But as winter deepened, the promised supply ship never arrived. Food supplies dwindled rapidly, and desperation slowly crept into camp. Hunting grew increasingly difficult as the local wildlife disappeared entirely. One of the men, Lorne Knight, grew dangerously and visibly ill. It was scurvy, a disease born from prolonged starvation and cold. The remaining men knew that someone had to go for help. In January 1923, 3 of them decided to walk toward Siberia. They set out across the frozen sea, hoping to reach a civilization. Those 3 men were never seen or heard from again. For 6 long months, Ada was left completely and utterly alone. Only Victoria, the small ship's cat, remained faithfully by her side. She had never once in her life fired a gun before. Out of pure necessity, she slowly taught herself how to hunt. Every attempt, every failure, brought her closer to survival itself. She failed again and again, but she simply refused to quit. At night, polar bears circled dangerously close to her camp. She built a small platform just to watch for danger. Night after night, she barely allowed herself any real sleep. In June, after months of suffering, Lorne Knight finally died. Ada was now, truly and completely, entirely alone on that island. With her own hands, she buried the only companion she had. She taught herself to hunt seals along the frozen, dangerous shoreline. She learned to trap foxes just to keep herself alive. She kept a small diary, simply to prove she still existed. She built her own boat, using nothing but driftwood and skins. Every single day, without fail, she scanned the empty horizon. She waited for a ship that might genuinely never come at all. Then, on August 20th, 1923, everything finally began to change. Nearly 2 full years after she had left her home behind, a rescue ship finally appeared on that distant, frozen horizon. Ada and Victoria the cat were finally going home together. She was the only survivor of an expedition that claimed 4 lives. She simply said she did what she had to do. All she wanted was to see her son again. Sometimes survival isn't about strength. It's about refusing to give up. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Failure Graveyard for more.